All right, so this was that Weave app that I was talking to you guys about. This one's been stuck in my head for quite a bit. So it's Rich Boy by Galantis. I don't know if this is a thing that everybody already knows about that I don't, but it's very catchy. So I've just been like, makeup, very catchy. Watch. So you can speed it up and slow it down. And it's actually a really good party mix. The app is called Weave, W-E-A-V. Weave Run, Weave Run, W-E-A-V space run. And it kind of, the little guy just looks like that. But yeah, so hello and welcome. Good afternoon, hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you guys again. It's been forever. Oh, yes, you can set your workout pace with that running thing. I mean, or walking, or dancing in the kitchen as you dye yarn. Whatever, like whatever you need to get music on for. So yes, hi, welcome. We got 24 lovely viewers. Hi guys. No, we're just starting. I'm doing the intro. So hi, if you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. My name is Meg, and I will be your host. You're joining me here on a like 42-degree Rockville day, so not too cold, and you know, we're just getting some clouds, so I'm a little blown out, but I am just trying to keep everything as bright and true to color as possible. So yes, hi. It is absolutely wonderful to be back with you guys. I'm sorry I didn't podcast last week. Between like, you know, the sun setting early and life being crazy and busy, and I just did not get a chance to get on. And I feel bad because I had so much to share, and I still do. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is episode 58 live, and you are going to be kind of catching all of the crazy things that happen that I try to edit out, like drinking coffee and ums and ers. So I have several finished objects to share with you. Thank you. I shall chat about the eyelashes in a bit. Lillian likes my eyelashes. So yes, I have a trunk show coming up on February 24th, which is a Saturday. I believe it starts at 10 a.m., but I will be posting all of the details on my Instagram, and oh, hello, Elisa. It's going to be a really, really good time. It's in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it's at the Yarn Club, which is a yarn store that looks absolutely gorgeous. I've never been, but I'm very excited to be featured there at the Yarn Extravaganza this year. So yes, I really hope that anyone who is able will be able to come out and support the different makers. I'm not the only one. I think there's maybe 4 dyers that are going to be there. And that's why I have so many gorgeous, not whips, that's not the word I want. Shawls and test knits that gorgeous people have done up for me. So let me get, that's going to be stuck in my head. I don't know if anyone else is now going to be humming that, but I think I am. All right, so originally, okay, sorry, last time I'm turning my head. See the back of my head. I wonder how that looks, because all I can see is this bit, you know? All right, so the last one that I got to show, excuse me, of the peachy shawl was this one, and so it had Elizabeth Bennet and Padfoot, and then it had Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans and Elizabeth Bennet held together, and then a pop of Acid Pop at the bottom, which is lime green. I'm pretty much in love with, and I think I probably need a sweater of that as well. So this gorgeous one was the last time I got to show you a peachy shawl. The next peachy shawl, because I was kind of obsessed with the pattern. Sorry, you're over here. I was kind of obsessed with the pattern, and I got Julia as a test knitter, and she was able to whip this up. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a really nice neutral shawl. So this one is T and Gringotts, pretty sure, Gringotts. This one is Padfoot, that's the gray, plus T, and that's how it looks in the garter. And then a pop of Elizabeth Bennet at the bottom. Yes, she's confirming. Hello. Yes, so Gringotts and T, Padfoot and T, and then Elizabeth Bennet at the bottom. This one is just a really gorgeous one for anything that you're wearing, because the color palettes, I don't normally do such neutrals, I mean, but this one, when I was putting the palette together, it was kind of singing to me, and I hope that my test knitter had as much fun working with the colors as I did dyeing them up. So yay! Yay! I'm just gonna hold it up in front of my face real quick. There it is. So this is the Peachy pattern, Peachy Shawl by Suzanne Sommers, S-O-M-M-E-R-S. And you'll be able to find the patterns on Ravelry. Yay! I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. My husband was like, wow, that's actually really neutral for you. And I went, I know. I feel like I have to appease some other people that are in the audience as well, because I will go bright, bold colors all the time. And then this one is an half oracle shawl. It's a half moon oracle by Kristen. Wow, I am so blown out. Let's try going like this a little bit. That does nothing. All right, well, there we go. Back up a little bit. So this is the Oracle Shawl, half Oracle, half Moon Oracle by Kristen Lara, and here it is. If this doesn't speak to your Halloween heart, I don't know what will. Oh, it is so pretty. It is so, so pretty. So this one was done by Michaela, thank you. And it's just, oh, it's just stunning. I cannot wait. I think this one's gonna have to go on the wall for a bit, just because I love the colors. So the first color, let's go with this one, is the Galaxy LMC colorway. I have now split that into 2 different sections in the shop. So one is original and one is neon. Original uses more of like purple violet, like a natural purple, and then the neon one is exactly what that says. It's neon purple, so neon purple, neon blues, that kind of thing. So one's definitely much brighter than the other, so I just decided that I should probably just separate those, and you can choose whether you want the more muted or if you wanted the neon, and that just should help. So yes, I have Galaxy, Pumpkin Pasties, which is the orange, and then I've got Patronus as the gray. So I've been adding a few neutrals to the shop, such as Gringotts, Patronus. Gringotts is almost white. It's like a white gray. This one is a deeper gray, and then Padfoot is gray with black. So they're great neutrals to add into your shawls, but you don't need, I don't know, you don't need like much on them. Like neutrals should just kind of blend and not steal the party away from whatever other colors you're using. And I felt like the orange and the purple were doing quite enough talking, and it needed something that was just a little more muted. So I'll just show half of it again. And this just, it blocked out beautifully. The lace is gorgeous. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with it. Thank you again, Michaela. And then, so once again, just talk about this oracle. I will have a few kits at the trunk show for this one. And this is another half oracle. Half Moon Oracle. I will get it right at some point. And this is done in my February colorway that is going to be Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop, which is this, whoops, there's this light pink one, mixed with Hermione Goes to the Yule Ball, mixed with, Tristan's here! Ah, yay! Mixed with Chocolate Frog. So this is the Half Moon Oracle. And yeah, this will be available with a gorgeous Progress Keeper, which I don't know if I got to show off in a little while, so I'll show it off again. It is by Simply Serving on Etsy. And it's got this like adorable little cake charm here. Oh, it is just so bright. It is so bright out. This is it's the perks and cons of having a giant window in front of you. You get great lighting for things, but then sometimes it's a bit too much lighting. So you get this charm and then 3 50-gram skeins that could make up this shawl or any others, or you can break them all up and put them into different things, or you could do Fair Isle with them, or I don't know, anything you want to do. So yes, this one is going out February 1st, and Lindsay will also be showing off the charms on her Instagram, so please feel free to go check that out. And yes, okay, so let's move right into finished objects. This is the, can you hear that motorcycle? I do have a, yes, I've got some pretty fancy eyelashes on. Yes, the specific update time, it's a Thursday, so I'll be doing it 12:30. 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be the Valentine's at Miss Puttyfoot's Tea Shop is going to go up on February 1st at 12:30, which is lunchtime for me. And yes, it'll have the charm and the 3 skeins, and it'll be wrapped up in pretty paper with tea, and it'll have a hot pink bag, and I went all out to deck out the colors and stuff. So, oh, sorry, I'm like getting so shiny. Yes, does that help? Does that help? All right, so the eyelashes. These are actually the magnetic eyelashes that I had mentioned on one of my, not live things, what's the little thing in the corner where you take pictures? Your stream, your story, that's it, your story. So these are the biggest that you can get, and I have to say they're kind of obnoxious just because they are the biggest you can get. And they don't look too bad on camera. If I get any closer, that's about how big they are. They are, see, you can kind of see where they're not exactly fitting, and then I just kind of move them back, and yeah. I'm not sure if it's because I didn't have a ton of mascara to hold them in place, or if they don't exactly fit my eye shape. I did chop off the inner corner because they were just too long. My eyes apparently are smaller. And I'd really love to try the ones that have, what's the word? The 001, I think they are. They're the thinner eyelashes. They don't have as much going on. But yes, I figured I'd just try them today for kicks, because why not? And they would just, you know, help out my hair here. I don't know what that's doing today. I did rewash it with some homemade overtones, so you can see like this mulberry is coming through. So that's kind of fun. I wonder if I tap my face. Does that help? No, it doesn't. All right, well, going anyway. So moving through to finished objects. This is the Harvest Cardigan by Tin Can Knits. It's a free pattern, and they're fantastic. Tin Can Knits is the most fantastic bundle of patterns that you could start with. There's flax sweaters, there's flax lights, there's Harvest cardigans, there's the Gramps cardigan, which is the cutest thing I've ever seen for a baby in my whole life. I feel like I'm like, hands up. So the yarn that I used for this, I started out with lettuce from Malabrigo in the worsted weight. So is that Rios? might be Rios. And then I faded into a darker one that I had, which was Dragonfly Fibers in a Traveler DK. And I'd have to look up the color name. I'm not sure what the color is. And then I ran out of this. So I knit down the body. There's the arm, right? So I go down the body with all the green, and then right as I'm getting towards the end, I'm like, I'm kind of getting low, and I still want to do more on the arms because I had only gotten to here. So I was like, I still have to do arms. Like, I'm not going to have enough. And this color, this sweater was on the needles for a good 2 years. So I have this lettuce colorway right here that I faded back in. So it's obviously striped, but since I had already started striping here, that worked out pretty well. I didn't have buttons on it. I didn't bother. You do a garter edge as you go, so you don't have to pick up stitches after you're done, which is nice. So then I went down and I got through the sleeves. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Julia. I went through the sleeves and I ran out here, and I meant to do an extra stripe and ran out. Like, oh, boo. So sad. But, I mean, the cut isn't too bad. It almost looks like, I don't know, like gloves? I don't know. It works. It's the same color as the top, so at least that matches. And yeah, so this not even last Christmas, the Christmas before that, I wore this, and I was like, I had it all on, what was it, these little plastic things? And I was able to like wear it when I was doing the thing, and I was like, I'm gonna finish this soon. And then I didn't. I like totally just, yeah, it was bad. So what I decided to do was get another skein the other day, and my local yarn shop was so nice. And she helped me out. Like, I was like, should I go to another color? Should I go darker? You know, I don't know. So anyway, it worked out really well. At least it's the same color as the top, so everything kind of looks on purpose, even though it's all stripy everywhere. And I actually blocked this, so I'm so excited. Oh, hello, Lisa. Thank you, Tristan. Tristan likes the fading. Thank you. I'm just glad it's done. And so when I was trying it on, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll make this like full long sleeves, because I've never actually made any of my sweaters long sleeves. They've all ended about here to there, maybe here or here. So I did a good, what would you say, 4 inches of ribbing? Thank you. It is a great color. I think it's the only reason I was able to get through this, you know, through this sweater, was the fact that the colors were just so gorgeous to work on. And every time I would take a picture of it, it would just look so pretty on film. And I just, yeah. So I did get through this sweater, and I was laughing because there are so many people. All right, am I live again? Time is moving up, let's say. All right, so yes, I did like 4 inches of ribbing in here, and then I did a sewn bind off, and yeah, it worked out really well. I love having sleeves to hold on to, which is now like, oh no, I have to knit things longer because I've been just like stopping. Oh, what are you gonna do? But yes, so yay, sweater. This was my first finished object. So excited. This was not my very first sweater. I will take pictures of my first garments because everyone's looks way better than where I started, okay? I am looking at everyone's like first thing, like so embarrassing. I'm like, no, mine was like 100 times worse than anything anyone's posted so far. So you're all gonna get a really fun laugh at that later. So second finished object, I was able to finish up the socks for my husband. So Pat didn't know that these were for him, and I wanted to get them done before Christmas, but life. didn't really feel like it. So, yay! I went to and through the cuff with the original colorway, and then I used pickle juice for the heels, which was really good. And he's got longer feet, so he has a good amount of room here. But these are the largest size. I will be starting a box of socks for myself for 2018, absolutely. But what's kind of the problem is I have so many that are on the needles from 2017 that wouldn't count. Now I'm like, oh no, are these gonna sit for like a whole year because I'm not gonna want to finish them? I mean, I was able to knit like 30-ish pairs last year. I should easily be able to finish and knit new pairs. And I think that's the goal, is to be able to have a clean slate at the end of this year, because I went into 2018 with way too many whips. I probably should have had my Christmas Eve cast on already done by New Year's. Hi, Fallon. I should have had my Christmas Eve cast on done, and I didn't. But yeah, so this is the Patons Kroy Falling Leaves. And it's kind of like a woolly type of yarn. See, Tristan says that she finished all her socks, and I'm proud of her, because like I have so many whips that are still left over. Oh well. But yes, so these I mean, there's not much more to say. They are knit on a US 1/2, and this will be Pat's probably first best fitting pair. He's got a close runner-up, and then what else? Yeah, he's got the originals that just are, they don't fit. They don't fit. I know they don't fit. He's so kind. He still wears them, but they don't fit. So these should fit, and these should fit well. So I'm excited about that. Anyone who is wondering, the box of socks is a knit along that Kristen holds in her group, and it basically is knit 12 pairs of fingering weight socks for yourself in 1 year. I don't remember if they have to be full length, but I don't think they have to be, I don't know if they can be shorties, and they can't be baby socks. They have to be like a little bit bigger than that. But yes, so yeah, I am loving them. They'll go into the hubby's box of socks. And oh right, I wanted, so this was a finished object on some of my 1 or 2 podcasts ago, maybe 1 ago, and what I did is I did rip it back. You remember? I don't know if you watched, but I did say I was debating, and I did rip it back. I ripped it back to here, and then I inserted some decreasing along this side and this side of, I want to say this is like 20 stitches, and I decreased for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe 14 decreases, knitting a decreased row and a regular row. I think I really should have written down whether I decreased every row or every other row. Looks like it might be every row, but I would have to add that up. But yeah, so it kind of rolls over, and in this case, the ears stick up a lot better because now the whole thing is a little bit more compact. It's still, I cast on too many stitches was the problem, but yeah. I really like how it fits now, because the brim fit fine. It was just the ears weren't doing anything. I didn't get to March this year. Where was I? I think I was with Pat, but he showed me the video. Where were we? Baltimore? I think we were in Baltimore. Ooh, Greece. Hello. Hi from Greece. Oh, so exciting. I love it when I see all these different, like, pops up in the comments. So fun. But yes, so the Kitty Cat hat is super done now. I'm very happy with it, and I may still throw it in the dryer like Connie suggested. But for now, it's doing well. But this is the modification that I did. Instead of just going up and then binding off or doing it Kitchener, I decreased these 2 inches here, and yay, so exciting. Okay, now the next little, yes, Tristan, yes. Tristan, by the way, has a fabulous pattern coming out soon of a brioche kitty cat hat, and oh my word, it looks so cute, and that's definitely gonna happen. So yes, these little guys are the Bluebird of Happiness pattern that you can find on Ravelry, and I taught myself on DPNs like 8 years ago. But I haven't knit with DPNs since. I don't like doing socks on DPNs. I don't do hats on DPNs. I really have nothing to do with DPNs 90% of my knitting time. But this pattern called for DPNs, and I was like, well, all right, let me try it. Seriously, I was having like the worst time trying to get this started. But I did it. I did it actually because 2 of my students, sisters, they lost their dad the other day, and I mean 5th and 8th grade, they're so young, and I just felt like they needed a little extra love this week, so I knit one in hot pink and one in like, oh, in like, I can show you, and one in, woo, in this color, which is the My Island colorway from Tristan. Sorry for the sniffle. So I knit 2 of those, and they were much tinier, and then I finished those off, and I was like, oh, like the Eagles, I'm not a big football fan, but the guys are real excited. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl, so I knit 2 of these in my Slithering colorway, one for each of my friends' kids, so they each have like a 1-year-old and a 10-month-old, both boys, so I knit 2 of these for the boys, and I sent them off today in the mail. This one is mine, and this is a Slitherbird, or Pat's just like, that doesn't work, and I'm like, shush, it does. So I have Slytherin, Gryffindor, and Hedwig so far, and let's see if I can get some shadow in here. No, I can't, I cannot. I'm trying my darndest. There he is. Yes, so there's the Hedwig. Can see it's in my Hedwig color. So yes, I have these 3 done, and I just started the Hermione bird. So this is this is how I've been knitting them on the little DPNs, and I wanted to show you. I had never opened this until the other day. This is Knit Picks 4-inch Sunstruck double pointed needle set, and they look like this. My thoughts on this are they could be a little pointier. And I mean, like, I don't think I could snap them, but yes, it is the Bluebirds of Happiness. Bluebirds of Happiness. So this is the head. So it's going to go head, and then the body, and then the tail, and then you pick up stitches again, and you go this way, and you decrease for the nose. It's really just a brilliant pattern. And as I finished this one off, I realized that it looked like a peep for Easter. And I was like, oh, I can make peeps. Just, I get a kick out of things. Yeah, so this is my little Gryffindor bird. Little belly. I love it. It's almost like turning a heel. If you do like wrap and turn heels on socks, then these are probably nothing to you. But this was all kind of new to me. And they just look like this. Yes, I think a whole small tree of Harry Potter birds. Because I'm always thinking, like, well, first they could be really fun as a mobile. Like, That would be fun. And then after that, you could take them off the mobile and let kids play with them because they're squishy and they can't be hurt. And, you know, one chucks it at the other person, it's not going to hurt. And then after that, you can move them to a tree. So it just, I like things with multiple uses. Yeah, so these little guys. So I have Hermione Bird joining today. And this is just the leftovers of the socks that I had. So you really don't need a lot. I'm not actually sure how many grams or ounces or yards that I need. But yes, if you aren't sold on the idea of a scrappy blanket, it is perfect for your scrappy yarn. The original birds that I did on sock yarn, I used a US 1.5. Actually, let me tell you, where did you go? There you are. I used the 2.5 millimeter. Yeah, I use the 2.5 millimeter, and right now I am using a 3.5 millimeter, but I'm doing it on DK weight yarn. So it's not sock yarn. Well, I mean, it could be sock yarn, but it's not sock yarn. It is DK weight yarn. So yes, little Hermione Bird. Thoughts on DPNs? They're smooth. They have a nice grip to them where the stitches don't go falling off everywhere. I like that. I like that they're short and they can just kind of work this way. Ooh, hi Lindsay. I was just chatting about your charms earlier. They don't go anywhere, but I think I could use pointier needles. Yeah, I could use slightly pointier needles because trying to do knit two togethers, a little tough, but could just be me and my inexperience. But Hermione Bird will get done today. Yesterday I did the boys' Eagles birds, and then I did the three birds here. And this I started this morning when I was just waking up, had my first cup of coffee, did a little bit of knitting. But yeah, so I'm obsessed with this pattern. And I feel like everyone should try it and not be scared of it because it's not too scary. Yeah. Okay, so that's finished object, finished objects, finished objects. Okay. All right, clear. I try to clear as I go because, you know, things just pile up a little bit. All right, so not last week now, not last weekend, but the weekend previous, we went to Vogue. Oh, a little scratchy. Give me a sec. Thank you, that helped. All right. In my Stitching Plaza bag, in the Hermione Loves Books bag, I cast on Raspberry Treat by Scrumptious Pearl. Absolute love. So pretty. So this is kind of my Valentine's socks, even though I'm not going to wear them this year. I'll save them for Valentine's next year, I suppose. But yes. So here we go. They look like this. And they are super fun. They are super duper fun. I'm absolutely in love with the stripes. They're everything that I wanted. Everything that I wanted in these socks. They're just awesome. It's like tea with coffee and treats and chocolate, and oh my gosh, they're just so cute. So I have two Simply Serving charms on here. I have Mocha and Waffles, and I have the charm that will be available with the kits on February 1st in my shop. So I'm so excited for that. Move my eyelash back. So yes, yay! I started these toes right before I left for New York. And I did the heels on the Sunday after Vogue Knitting Live. And I just want, I think you should be able to see it. Yeah, okay. So this is where I started out. This is where I was knitting. Around this stripe is where I met Mina. Can you see the visible like divot in the stitches where I got tighter trying to mimic? I don't know if all of you are familiar, but Mina Phillip is a phenomenal knitter, and she knits like like bump, 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 bump stitches, which I strive for, but I can't do. And this was me trying to mimic. You can see like I'd go in like a whole 2 inches, and then I think I eased up again when I got home. So now I just have this weird little wonk in my socks. But I have noticed that my gauge is slightly tighter after meeting Mina in person. I did try very hard to kind of mimic her knitting style because clearly she has the right idea if she's getting so many projects churned out. So yes, ta-da! There's the heels. So folded in half. So this is Raspberry Treat by Scrumptious Pearl. I would like to do maybe 2 more stripes, 3 more stripes, and then I'll put the cuff in. And then they'll be done. So 3 more stripes, really, that's a day's work. That's not too bad. Normally, I think 6 stripes is my max, and 4 stripes is pretty good. Pretty normal, pretty good. Raspberry Treat by Scrumptious Pearl. Obsessed. Every time I pick them back up, I'm like, oh, I'm obsessed with them. Which is great, because that's what I want. I want my projects to have that, like, feel. And then I also, the same night, had cast on Toes for the Ginny Weasley colorway of Nomadic Yarns. And Ginny Weasley is kind of like orange, yellows, teals, greens, and then you have this like pop of neon green, which is super fun. Yeah, so Nomadic Yarns on the Twisty Sport-ish. It's like a fat sock yarn. It says sport, but it really likes fat socks. And here they are. Ta-da. So this is how they knit up. Pretty darn fun. I have the Weasley sweater, which, oh my gosh, is the exact same color as this one. What were the odds of that? And then I have a little mug of butterbeer from Simply Serving. This one I got in a kit with Molly of a Homespun House. So I was able to get that one. I'm pretty sure that that charm would have been made by, who's the charm company she uses all the time? I'll think of it. I'll think of that. I can't think of it right now, but I'm assuming somebody out there knows the answer already and they're yelling at me. Suit Gray Miniatures. Bam. Molly's here! Hi, Molly! Well, anyway, so Suit Gray Miniatures charm, and then it matched this stripe perfectly, which was just, I love it. I love it when things just match up. Ah, hi, Molly. It was wonderful to have your last podcast. Very exciting. So yeah, these are turning out really, really nice. I nicked the little charms off of something else so that I could put the heels in. And yeah, these also were affected by meeting Mina. So here's before and here's after. They just get skinnier in the middle. Like, just so funny. Yeah. No, my gauge has definitely been affected by like trying to knit like Mina. It does get a lot tighter, but I think that's good so that I have strong socks. I noticed I tried on my Fred and George socks and I wore them the other day, and the bottom of the heel already was starting to show some like stretching, and I was like, oh no, bugger, that's gonna be bad. So you live, you learn, right? And then you do something different with your life. And then I also knit just a little bit on my, getting blown out, there he is. What? There we are. The Mermaid Holiday Party colorway. So I have the heels in there, the adorable little charms, and there we go. That's pretty good. This color up here is pretty accurate. So I am working on one pair of socks for my first box of socks. I'm working on the Twisty Sparkle base from my shop. Oh my gosh, it really is squidgy. I don't think I've knit socks out of this until right now. And this is a 50-gram skein. So, yeah, getting a lot of socks out of a 50-gram skein. I like that. And living in the bag that my mom got me from the Knitter's Edge. So I got this for Christmas. It says sharing life one stitch at a time. Very cute. I have been working on a sweater. All right. The box of socks is for anyone, if that was the question. There we go. So the first one is Confetti Cupcake, and the second one is Mint Julep. And I went from a 6 to a 5 to a 4. This is why we gauge swatch. I said I was going to gauge swatch. I promised you I was going to gauge swatch. Did I gauge swatch? No, I did not. Yes, men can absolutely learn to knit. There are tons of fantastic male podcasters as well. So yeah, so fun. Yes, spring. It is so spring. And I keep thinking, like, you know, when you go to the beach and it's cold at night, to throw this on with like some regular jeans or something. This is just, it's squishy, it's fun, but I find that because the yarn, let's see if I can, all right, so can you see the twist a little bit here? Can you, okay, right there, can you see that twist? That twist is making my stitches lay all lumpy, or my gauge is not tight enough. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the yarn, but I went down from, it's so hard to show the white. It's a merino, no, 100% merino. Yes, living dangerously, no swatching. So it went here, this was the fade. I have to say that I think the fade turned out better on the back than the front. So this is the back. Nope, try that again. Let's hold it this way. There we go. So you can kind of see the speckles go in and out there. This was the fading bit. And then, come on. Oh, come on, we were doing so well a second ago. There we go. And then, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But some of it blended well, where like there's a speckle here and there. As you know, or if you're a longtime viewer, you will know, I am not afraid to take a Sharpie to my knitting and just fill in speckles where I need them with a marker. I fixed one of my sweaters that way. It just had a big empty spot, and I just beep, 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 went through and made some extra speckles because it just looked empty. It needed it. This pattern is the So Faded by Andrea Mowry, and I'm knitting the 46-inch bust, I believe. Yeah, and the last I tried it on, it fit pretty well. So the top is never my problem though. It's the hips. The hips are always the problem. So if I can get it to fit kind of middle to lower rib cage, then I might do increases every 4 or 5 rows. Yeah, it's just kind of fun. Really liking the colors and liking the fade. I put it down though the minute I learned how to knit birds. So it hasn't gone to color 3 yet. But colors 1 and 2 blended really well, which was very exciting. All right, so I think that's all the FOs and all the whips. This is definitely one of my most successful sweaters to date, but it's still, I don't know, it just runs away off my shoulders. Does that happen to anyone else? The sweaters just kind of like end up doing this. Like, don't know how to keep it on. Stay. Having some peppermint mocha coffee. All about the blocking. Maybe I blocked it badly. Totally possible. Yeah, see? I don't know. I don't know. It's very cozy though, and that's kind of the point. So I still have Wish Knits, Bad Wolf Girl Studios, and a little bit of Babble. So here we go. Wish Knits. So a little while, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I got this yarn for Christmas, and it's still not showing how like neon it is on the camera right now, which is sad. But so this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous yarn in the Nassau Blue colorway on a single space. Really, really pretty. And it's being mixed right now with gray. It's really, really pretty. But I don't know, I started this and then I just put it down. I just lost steam. It just wasn't right for this project. So then I went to go knit the Bird of Happiness for one of the girls out of, let's see if I can do this. Come on, create some shadows. There we go. In the My Island colorway, it is this bright. It's very, very bright. And in this, and it's kind of hard to show, but in this, you can see that teal. It's pretty much the exact same color as this. So I was thinking a brioche bandana cowl with the front and back, and then reversible, of course. And then you'd just be able to, I don't know, it would just be such a fun color to have. And it would brighten up winter, even though right now we haven't had much winter. It's like 40 degrees today, and it's not anything. But yeah, I have to get a photo of this because this weird lighting isn't doing it justice. It's so beautiful. It's like the water and then like paradise flowers. Oh, geez. So yeah, like, oh, I'm very excited. So this is on the Wish Knits, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this and take it all out and put the yarn back into the cake and then start. I was going to start this. I was going to start it so I could show you, but I got distracted by knitting the Birds of Happiness again. So, oops. Okay. Alrighty. That is all of the whips and things. Okay. So, oh, big squish of yarn. I have been dyeing up some things for the trunk show that's coming up, but also eventually to go into the shop. And some things are getting a bit of a facelift, so that's good. This one is a mint with orange, and it's got like a purpley blue in there. Is going to be official name Mermaid Cove. The next one, it's showing up very pink, but it's going to be, well, it's not quite pink. It's like pinky purple. Yeah, about pinky purple. And this one is Night Bus. And then I redid two of my skeins, and they're very loosely skeined up right now. I was trying to let it breathe. These are the new and improved Luna Lovegood. So I went through and these are both on Sparkle. So let me get this. So yeah, so this is new and improved Luna. I feel like the last time I did Luna, it was not my best work because I was so new, and I've gotten better, and I felt like she deserved more. So yeah, I'm really thrilled with that. I have a big box. I'll video it and put it up on Instagram. And then this one I think I'm calling Drop Cloth. It's got it's not gonna, but I'm gonna try. Black, pink, blue, yellow, and overlap. So this looks like the colors that are on the towel that I put underneath the drying rack, so it drip dries, and it's what it looks like. So I dyed it up. And then this one, this is taking every bit of my being to not like steal this one specifically. I got a bunch of my matte base in, and I just love the matte base. It's my favorite. I'm gonna have a ton of it for the trunk show. And this is on my Twisty Sparkle, which I found out I really, really love. Oh, they're just white. They're white and they just don't want to. So they're just so pretty. I love it when things like pink touch the blue and it just, oh, it's so pretty. So yes. So this one's going to be drop cloth. This one I'm still working on a name. I'm pretty sure I'm going to call it Happy Birthday, because it is my grandmother's 95th birthday this year, and I was going to name that one up for her. But yes, after the trunk show, I consider anything swipeable, but pre-trunk show, I feel like everything has to go towards the trunk show. So we've got Luna, Night Bus, what are you, a little piece of paper? Night Bus, Mermaid Cove, and then, oh, I will wish her happy birthday. She'll be so happy. And then there's this mint comes in one with lime green and yellow and dark blue, and that one is going to be Shell Cottage. So these are some new colors that are going to be hitting the shop soon. Yes, Night Bus is exactly named after the Night Bus from Harry Potter because total nerd, don't care. And they're just, oh, they're so squishy. So squishy. So I've been having a lot of fun, and I've got another one in my head today that is super, is along these lines. So you'll have to pop in and see that happen. So yeah, very, very excited. I really love the remake of Luna. I feel like it has so much more personality than my first round. So yes, these are all going into the trunk show, but I do want to photograph everything first, and the light is going to be gone, so I will photograph it on Friday. I will do it on Friday. Thank you, Jessica. But yeah, so exciting. So they're all going into the big box of yarn I have going on over here. Just as I dye it up and dry it up here in the closet, I just, oh, where is that? I knew I had another Night Bus. I wanted to show it on a second base. This is on the 80/20 base. So that's how this one looks. This purple's very accurate right here. Obviously, it doesn't glow that white. But yeah, so is that all of the yarn that I had up here? I think it is. I think it is. And that will bring us to, in March, I am going to be releasing a Herbology themed bag, yarn, and charm. I'm so excited. I don't want to give too much away too soon. Oh, there goes the sweater again. Too much away too soon, but I am very, very excited, and it's going to have a little bit of magical creature plus herbology. I'm just so excited about that. And I once again have roped Simply Serving into it. I was like, I can't get it out of my head that I need a charm for this. Like, I just don't. I mean, I don't have to, but I want it. Bye, Elisa. Have a good day. So yes, I will be having it because she's wonderful and she has the time to do it for me, which, yay. Oh, let's get the notes out. All right. And, Vogue Knitting Live, the vlog is up. If anyone was, thank you. Excuse me. If anyone was curious as to how my New York trip went, I have the vlog there. I'm also in Mina's, and I'm a tiny bit in Kristen's, and I think I'm a tiny bit in Ellie's. So you can kind of find me. It's like, where's Waldo? You know, you can find me around there. I had an absolute blast at Vogue Knitting Live. It was really fun. I mean, really expensive because New York, and doing Ubers and doing food and all that, but it was so fun. Oh, it was so fun. So yes, I was super excited, and I already got my VIP ticket for the Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I will be going, and I'm so excited. Like, my cheeks are gonna hurt from smiling so much because I'm so excited. Oh gosh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yes. So that brings us into Babbel. Yeah. So right now I am doing choreography for Legally Blonde Junior for my grade schoolers. So I have dance at least once a week, and then last weekend we stayed and we built sets for them. So they have this like giant thing where they kind of can walk up the steps, and then I have a whole platform to dance on. It's really big and exciting, and they're lucky because I definitely didn't have any sets that were that cool until high school, and they're getting it in grade school. My friend Becky, who runs the play, is a very excellent director who just knew what she wanted in her vision, and then found a bunch of people in our community, all the dads and the family members, they came in and did it for her. So it's been awesome. We painted, we were there, oh god, 10 to 5 or something. It was insane. And then what else? Sunday we went and we watched the Eagles game at our friend's house in Baltimore, and they won, and then we're in the Super Bowl, which a lot of people are very excited about. I'm not a big football person, but I'm very excited for everyone who's very excited. And I just consider it more knitting time. So I worked on my socks, and we saw the baby, and I got to cuddle a cat. It was a good time. I ate chips. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then after that, on Monday, I came home and decided that I was going to teach myself how to knit the Bluebirds of Happiness pattern. And after that, it was just a whole, what do you call it? Black hole. Disappeared down a hole the next time. And so Tuesday morning, I ended up having a prep in the morning. So I knit one bird then, I knit one bird at lunch, and 3 birds after school. It was just, I've been teeny bit obsessed about them. But I did get up and run today. So I got that done, and I cooked some food. I made some ground turkey, but I don't really like it. It's very bland, so I had to figure out something to do more to it to make it taste better. And then I went to podcast. So I have yarn soaking downstairs, and I'm here with you. It's been wonderful. Yeah. That's about that. That wraps up episode 58. So it's been a blast. Does anyone have any basic Babbel questions while I'm still here? Taco seasoning. See, that would be excellent. I should have done that. And I think I might even have some like in the closet. I should check the pantry. Taco seasoning would totally save it because it's so bland. Yeah. But yeah, so knitting this week, I would like to do a few more birds. Oh, how's T? So T is doing well. She is going into a full graduation in May, and I mean, we're very excited for her. I keep thinking about her with the cold because I'm like, the poor thing has to use the bathroom outside. It's so cold outside when we had like all that snow and stuff. But yeah, as far as we've heard, everything's great. She's doing great. They had a tiny round of kennel cough that they were keeping, you know, like separated the other puppies so that they wouldn't hurt the little ones, which were just born. So, but everybody's doing good. Pat and I are definitely excited to get a dog for our own. My favorite Vogue Knitting Live yarn. Ooh, I think my junk yarn skein of Luna is right up there. But I also, well, the whole sweater is really exciting. I think very wearable because I don't mind bright colors, so wearable enough for me. I think gray would be more wearable, but it's a Vogue Knitting Live sweater, so It's okay to be obnoxious. Um, yeah, I think the purples and blues really, really stole my heart. Yes. I didn't do the Subway event. I mean, oh, I wanted to. I was really mad I didn't. Maybe next time. A shopping list for yarn that I want at Maryland Sheep and Wool. Ooh, that's a great one. I'm gonna have to make a shopping list. I think I'll pick up a skein for Pat this time because I've already said on my last vlog that ended up being 40 minutes long. I'm so sorry. As I said on my last vlog, he didn't get any of that yarn. So I might pick up a skein for Pat. And I think I might pick up a skein to do a hat because hat yarn goes really quickly when you want to knit something. And I have to check the vendors to see if there's someone there that I really wanted to see. You know, like being able to hold yarn in your hand really sells you. Going to your first big event of Stitches West. Any suggestions? Yes, having a list is a really good idea. So I went in, the list I had for Vogue, let's do that. The list I had for Vogue, I had 3 sweaters that I wanted to make. One is the confetti sweater, which is fingering weight. 2 was the Knit Picks came out with 2 new sweaters. So let me get the name. Putting the coffee cup down. Let me get the name of that for you because they're really beautiful and I actually would love to share them. Okay, got it. Did I not take a picture of it? Come on, I had to have. Really? I screenshot. Really? The picture? Windward in the Knit Picks website, but I didn't take a picture of the name of it? Oh my word. What? Oh, Snohomish Pullover. I'll spell that. SNOHOMISH Pullover. It's in 47 Qs, but there aren't any projects yet. And then this one is the confetti sweater. God, I love the confetti sweater. This one is the Knit Picks Snohomish Pullover. And this one is the fingering weight cabled gorgeousness. I'm trying to like create a shadow for it there. It's really, really beautiful. So I had ideas that I was going to get sweater quantities for that. I did get a sweater quantity for a faded, and I did pick up 2, 3, 4 skeins of sock yarn to knit things in. But for a newbie, knowing what booths you want to hit and which ones you want to hit first, because things will clear out if they're really popular and you want to make sure that you get a good chance of getting something. What else? You would want the yarn weight that you're looking for, and if a project is in mind, how many yards you're going to need for that project, because I always underestimate. I'm like, oh, I can knit a sweater in 3 balls of yarn. I can't. I just ordered, and it depends, so it depends on the yarn, and it depends on your yardage, but I just ordered some Knit Picks tonal in the in that navy colorway, and it's really pretty. I want to do the Knife Grinder's Daughter sweater, and I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, I can do it out of 3 skeins of yarn. And then I actually did the math for the size that I wanted to knit, and I needed 6 skeins. Like just like, you have to math sometimes. And so yes, that was big thing. Hello Ashley. So yes, that would be my biggest thing, is like knowing your yarn weights, knowing how many yards you need, and so that you buy enough at the one time, because this project was definitely pieced together. If I could pick one skein of yarn for my shop right now, what would it be? I would definitely be picking Night Bus. Most vendors took cards and cash, But I noticed that they had a hard time making change if you gave them money too early in the day. So just be mindful of that. Small bills are the best way to go. If you are like, you know, you have your 10s, your 20s, and then you can kind of add up in 5s and 1s from there. Custom orders for different yarn weights. I do have that DK. I do have this weight in the shop. If you ever wanted a color on this, I can dye that up for you. I usually do my testing on the DK weight. So if anyone was ever curious, yes, I can do that. What else? Let's see. I was trying to think of questions that went past that I didn't answer yet. Did I miss anyone else? I can't think of any others. I know there's something I'm missing, but I can't remember what. Yeah, any other questions? Take a sip of coffee, it'd be less awkward. Good luck, right? All right, so as it seems we are winding down, I just want to thank everyone for stopping in. I'm gonna go knit on this guy a little bit, but what I really need to do is go downstairs and dye some more yarn. I do have some really great blue and purple based colorways. I'm from Maryland, but originally I'm from Philly. So that might be more of an accent that you're hearing if if that's why you're asking. Yeah, I'm a Philly girl. And moved to Maryland about a year and a half ago now. God, that went fast. Yes. Well, happy knitting, everyone. It's been wonderful to hang out with you guys. I would love to set up a knit night at Maryland Sheep and Wool. That'd be so fun. Please let me know any plans on that. I'm very excited about going to Maryland Sheep and Wool. It's only like 35 minutes from our area, so I'm very excited about that. It's not going to be a terrible drive, and it's definitely not going to be as bananas as trying to get to New York and back. So very excited. So yeah, if you're planning on going, please let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I love checking in on your comments. I appreciate every like. It's absolutely wonderful, and I can't thank you enough. So now I'm gonna go take some pictures to participate in the first sweater show off. Telling y'all, gonna laugh at my sweater. It's horrendous. It's so bad, but for the love of everybody, I will do it. Do I crochet knit or normal knit? I hold the yarn in my right hand, and I am not a full thrower. I guess it's a flick motion, which I learned from Mina's How I Knit video. I still can't knit as quickly as her, but I have mimicked to the best of my ability how she holds her yarn and how she does the knitting. So if you're curious, that's how I do it. I originally was a thrower, which is possibly why this last sweater was so bad. But yeah, so I shall sign off. It's been wonderful. I was so excited to see that Tristan and Molly were able to pop in, and everybody who has been just saying hi and asking questions and comments. I can't thank you enough. All 55 of you. Yes, I started knitting 8 years ago now. 8 years ago. So just hang in there. Remember to take it one cup at a time, and I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, bye, Ellie. Happy knitting.